hold the camera, I hit the little red button, twist some dials around. It's really complicated. I don't want to get into too much and bore you.
I'm the producer on the film and the gap-toothed Nazi. Pretty much what I do.
I try to direct a little bit, but sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You make people think that you're doing something.
And we're living the dream.
Join us.
The movie's about Chile and Panama, two countries coming together. My mama, she's pregnant. She ends up having a baby.
Duérmete, niña, duérmete ya.
That baby is me, and I figured why not make a movie about myself? It was very organic. You know, one day I turned on the radio and I listened to the song and just, hit me. And I called up Nick and I said, hey, I'm gonna write a movie about my mom. He says, yeah, do it. We wrote the whole movie in like a month. A month and a half later, we're buying the tickets and we flew to Panama.
And I decided to bring us into an area called Santana, which is pretty much the gangland, city of God of Panama, and we wound up getting robbed, and some bullets were flying, and we got escorted out by the police. There's bullets flying outside the door. We just had to barricade the door here in the middle of our shoot because the gangs were shooting at each other outside.
When we started the production, we thought we really wanted a dolly. Being as our budget isn't that much, we decided to use a wheelchair as a dolly. And in order to get a wheelchair on there, normally you would have to pay, unless you're handicapped. So I faked like I was the cripple. I was able to get the wheelchair onto the airplane at no cost, and we got our dolly shot, one, which you will see in the movie. It is in Panama. It's the only tracking, moving dolly shot that we have. But I think it was worth it. It was a fun experience, and I got to know how it felt like to be a cripple.
It's real discipline. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, it can't be done on the spot. Only a few good men. I've got that down to the nail. Green, play the Russian dude, I just get in the zone. Start thinking about weddings, crossfades, page peels.
Pretty much wake up, and sometimes I have a beer in the morning. Sometimes that helps.
It just motivates me, gets me pumped, ready for battle.
And then I come here and I become a Nazi for a little while.
Just, pretend that I know what I'm doing so the crew respects me.
Our crew is mostly volunteers, so we've been training a lot of people on the spot for different roles and things like that, but we just play it by ear, and we got a lot of dedicated people, so I just motivate a little bit. Are we good?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, quiet on set.
Rolling.
Scene 17, 08, take one.
¡Malditos! ¡No! ¡No!
¡Demonio! ¡Identifícate!
¡Identifícate! ¡Demonio!
Before you go to sleep, just to scare you. And I never thought anything about it. And one day I was just writing, and I didn't have nothing to write about, so I just wrote about that. And then Nick and Devin ended up hearing the treatment. They liked it. And we figured, we'll go to Panama and teach ourselves.
We've been doing this for 2 years, and after we wrapped up our first half of production in Panama, we realized that we could really strengthen the story, which is usually the death of something if you're going to do a phase 2 rewrite. But I think we found a way to really complement the story.
Basically, we were on a $65 a day budget in Panama, and so $20 from that budget was being taken by the electrician. Showed up with a kitchen knife. He burned 4 of our lights. We hired another guy for $20 a day, and after 2 days of doing that, I learned how to do it, and I started doing electrical work. When I almost shocked myself and killed myself, because the voltage is different in Panama. It's 220. And I almost put the negative on the positive. Luckily, though, I don't know, one of these guys said, well, you should just maybe call the guy and just double check before you do it. And I called him, and yeah, I was going to do the wrong thing, and just, that would have been suicidal right there.
load up. We're leaving.
I got this truck from a really nice guy, and he said, yeah, take the truck, do whatever you want, you know, just fill up the gas.
Hello?
Aren't you going the wrong way?
Yeah, we did. You know that burrito place that we met up at? The yellow burrito restaurant place?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going to stop.
Okay.
And that's where Tony's going to meet us and then take us to the location.
Okay, cool.
Little Panama. Alligator jerk here.
It's the waiting game now. We've been up to this location, you know, maybe like 8 times already. Yet Alex went the wrong way.
Halfway through the road, we just figure out we have the handbrake on, start smelling something.
It happens. It's part of the day, you know.
Hey, you know what?
Why did we bust something? We bought a bunch of ice.
Tell him this bag of ice busted.
This is an ocean recordable. We're gonna dirt up the truck because it just looks a little too clean, so we're gonna make it a little bit more grunge. We're gonna go find some mud. And then we're gonna all get out and mud it up.
Hey, in case you guys are wondering, now you know where they got the crocodile jerky from.
The thing was, it was a little too clean, so, you know, we had to dirty it up, you know, make it look used. So we found some buckets by our location, got some muddy water, and, you know, we're throwing muddy water out. Well, Nick, you know, he didn't realize I was standing kind of behind the truck, and totally just threw all the mud onto the truck, which basically bounced off the truck and all over. As you can see. I don't know if you can see.
Gotta make it look real.
Who's the Dina?
Dina, what'd you do this for? You're not getting your next check, Dina.
Hey, that couch is actually cleaner now.
A lot of good memories here, man.
We gotta get back and get set up, get the camera gear set up.
We're on our last shoot right now. It's been like a 2-year ongoing process, but we're finally done, and then we're moving into post-production. We've got a nice crew going on here in the U.S.
Rolling.
All right, slow down a little bit.
Slow down.
Slow down a little bit.
Vas a mirar, pero no mires a la cámara, ¿ok? Como para allá. Ok, despacito, mira hacia allá. Ok, muy bien, quédate mirando así. Y ahora despacio mira hacia el otro lado. Despacio, mira para allá. Ok, here we go. Ok, ¿listos? Cuando digamos acción, ¿ok? Y si se pone majadero, así como le haces. The truck with like, what, 15, 20 people in the back, all of them non-actors, extras, you know, dying to be in our movie, you know, like most people.
Hoy me he dormido pensando en las cosas que no tienen tiempo.
What do you do? Hey, I make movies on the weekends, you know?
Tus palabras cargadas de amor, ¿en qué momento tomaremos lo que es nuestro? Te has vuelto nostalgia y duda, otra pregunta más sin respuesta.